And let's look at some other news now. The Gauteng Department of Human Settlements will table its 2025-2026 budget today. This comes as the province continues to experience a serious high housing backlog. The formulation of informal settlements has also been a challenge, with Human Settlements MEC Ziniko expected to find balance between competing priorities in the housing sector. Ziniko Mhlaba is following the story for us, and he now joins us live from Orlando East in Soweto. A very good morning to you, Ziniko. So what takes you to Orlando East?
A very good morning to you, Aldrin. Well, to answer your question, Orlando East is one of the old, actually, it's the oldest part of Soweto. When Soweto started, the very first township to be established was Orlando East itself. However, Orlando East has those old family houses which were built by the apartheid government. But we know now that those houses have since been occupied. They also have backyard rooms which are also fully occupied. So some of those people, who could not really find them, accommodation spaces within the Orlando East, they decided to move to this particular area part of Soweto. It is called Newzroom Informal Settlements. It's over 2 decades old. However, this particular informal settlement does not have any services because it was built on a flat line. So the city of Johannesburg or even the provincial government cannot do anything to develop this area, whether we're talking about fixing roads inside the informal settlements themselves or introduce some communal taps. So those are the things that they can only get: communal tap and electricity. But in terms of maintaining the road infrastructure inside there, that is the problem. And of course, talking about informal settlements, we are expecting that the MEC Ziniko is going to really share some insights in terms of how much money will be allocated to the issues of informal settlements in Gauteng. Gauteng alone has over 850 informal settlements, and of course they are followed by the Western Cape when you look at the national picture, followed by KZN. So informal settlements are a bigger conversation when you talk about budgeting in regards to the funds that are allocated to the Department of Human Settlements in Gauteng. We know that the MEC of Finance had indicated that the Human Settlements Department will be having, will be getting a budget over 5,800,000,000. So that's the money the MEC will have to then explain how she is going to share it according or amongst the priorities that the department has to attend to. One of the biggest problems, Aldrin, when it comes to informal settlements in South Africa, specifically in Gauteng, is the issue of fires that has really affected many communities. Whether you are in Ekurhuleni, you are in Johannesburg, you are in Tshwane, every winter time you will get reports that there are people who have lost their family members due to fires, and those people are residing in informal settlements. So I'm going to give you a reminder of some of the families which have been affected by winter fires, and those families are still residing in informal settlements. So let's take a listen to some of these people who have been affected by fires in Gauteng.
Sizwile ngabantwana bememeza bethi kuyasha. Sagijima ke safike sabona la kusha khona. Abantwana bebekhala ngaphakathi. Sizamile ukukhahlela iminyango, sazama ukuthela amanzi, kodwa ilanga ukuthi mawuthela amanzi lize kuwena. Imizamo yethu ayiphumelelanga ngoba abantwana baze baphelela phakathi. Sibhlungu ngokwenzekile, sibhlungu kakhulu.
Silimele emoyeni siumndeni. Asikwazi nakukhuluma ngesehle sehlile. Bekade sivakashisa abantwana la eGoli, ikhaya lise Natali. Sithi nje ke sizojabulisa abantwana eGoli singazi ukuthi sokwehlelwa isehle sifana nalesi. Ngenxa ke ukuthi ke sisuke eNatali, sithi siphuthuma sona lesi simo. Sifike nokho abantwana sebethathiwe ke bengasekho la. Sishaqeke kakhulu ngokwenzakele. Ingane ezincane zineminyaka emine nje, abantwana basebancane kakhulu. So umoya wethu ulimele.
family members and neighbors in Ekurhuleni community which were affected by fires which engulfed their shacks or informal settlements in the eastern. So that's the reality of how important budget allocation is, especially when it comes to dealing with or addressing issues of human settlements, whether we're talking about RDP houses, we're talking about semi-urban developments, or even informal settlements themselves. So that's what we are looking forward to as the MEC will be delivering that budget vote at the Gauteng legislature at 10 o'clock.